New at 6 and only on Way 31, a local teacher is now back at home tonight after being hospitalized with COVID for 234 days.
But I have been told I broke every record at Keller there's ever been.
Wow, look at that. Linda Holcomb is now known as the patient with the longest stay at Helen Keller Hospital and the longest surviving COVID patient. She said she's grateful to be alive, and battling this disease has been one of the hardest things she's ever done. Way 31's Alex Torres Perez joins us live with a look at her long journey to recovery. Alex?
Well, Marie, Linda Holcomb believes she got the COVID from an asymptomatic child at her school. She tested positive for the virus on January 20th and had to be taken to the hospital less than a week later. By the 29th, 9 days after she tested positive, Linda needed to be put on a ventilator.
You know, 33 years was not enough, and I had to have her.
Those were the last words Tori Behel told her mother before she was intubated.
I didn't realize how long I would be. I thought maybe a week or two, and they'd wake me back up.
But she was sedated for more than 2 months.
I can remember hearing my girls talk and laugh some. I can remember the sensation of somebody touching me. But, you know, there was no way I could respond to what they did. And a lot of it is just dreams.
Doctors had switched her to a trach after 42 days, but the fight was far from over as Linda's lung collapsed.
You just lived in a day-to-day survival mode, and, you know, changes were very slow because, you know, anything with her was very, it was very dramatic. And it was traumatic.
At that point, Linda said everything was in God's hands.
I knew I was fighting as hard as I could fight.
Linda was eventually able to be taken off sedation, but it still took weeks for her to reorient herself.
It's hard to see your kids upset and them telling you, fight, fight, fight. You got to fight this.
After being hospitalized for more than 160 days, Linda was transferred to a long-term care facility. Employees cheered her on in the hallways as she moved on to further recover. While she was there,
they pulled my trach.
But a medical emergency sent her back to the ICU for a few days before going to a rehab facility. Linda had to relearn everything from walking to eating, a frustrating process caused by the loss of muscle mass during her hospital stay.
It hasn't been easy. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. And but I know that I want to be able to be independent again.
But Linda takes it one step at a time. And on Friday, she was able to take her first step back home after 9 months in the hospital. Students, staff, and members of the community lined up the streets to welcome her back. She now asks for everyone to do their part to end this pandemic.
If you don't do it for you, do it for your kids. My kids should not have had to see me go through this. You know, my grandkids shouldn't have had to see it. My sisters. You know, I know people are scared of the shot, but we're never going to get rid of it unless people take precautions.
Now, Linda says she is taking it one step at a time. She's still gaining her strength back and relearning how to do things from home. Now, she says she's hopeful to be able to return as a teacher, but first she wants to be able to visit the beach with her family once she's up and running. Alex Torres Perez, Way 31 News.